Hello, it is Erica Gregg, and I am here with another Epic Women podcast to feature a story that was recently highlighted on the Netflix documentary series called Live to Lead by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, released in the last week on Netflix. So one of the 5 stories that they featured was that of Jacinda Ardern, who is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Born Jacinda Kate Laurel Ardern on 26th of July, 1980, Jacinda is a New Zealand politician who has been serving as the 40th Prime Minister of New Zealand as a leader in the Labour Party since 2017. As a member of the Labour Party, she is the Member of Parliament, i.e. an MP, for Mount Albert since 2017. So I'm just going to talk a minute about her past and where she came from, where her inspiration was as a leader. So she was born in Hamilton, New Zealand, and she grew up in a few different areas around New Zealand. She actually joined the Labour Party at age 17. And I don't know if you ladies have felt this before, but really this is something that you come into in your teens, is that feeling of, I was actually born to be a leader. I felt very comfortable leading organizations and groups, and she knew at age 17 that this was her direction, politics. So good on her. This is so motivational to see women at a young age being inspired towards leadership. Leadership is not only something for women into their 20s, 30s, 40s. Leadership we have seen with young people like Greta Thunberg inspire us to look at the world in a different way. So getting back to her life, she later worked in London as an advisor to the Cabinet Office. But in 2018, Ardern was elected president of the International Union of Socialist Youth. So she was first elected as an MP in the 2008 general election, meaning she was a local politician. She was later elected to represent Mount Albert in the by-election on the 25th of February 2017. So one of the ways that she has impacted the world so very much, in March 2019, in the aftermath of the Christchurch mosque shootings, Ardern reacted by rapidly introducing strict gun laws, winning her wide recognition, not just locally, but globally as well. I think this should be inspiring. It has inspired quite a few people in the American anti-gun movement. Additionally, throughout 2022, she led New Zealand's response to the COVID pandemic, which she won praise for because New Zealand actually was 0% infected at almost every point during the pandemic, which allowed people to interact and socialize in a contained way, which much of the world wasn't able to do at that point. So in her response to both the COVID pandemic and the Christchurch mosque shootings of 2019, we can see her style of leadership is kind and empathetic. And this is something that she mirrors on the documentary that she's featured on this week. She really notes the importance of empathetic and kind leadership. And this is kind of how I've always described my leadership style. It's about empathy and connecting with people, to truly engage with people in a human way. And I think this is additionally the value of women's leadership. However, it really begs a conversation about what great leadership means and what kind of leadership styles we are embracing in the tech world. It seems like of recent, leaders in the tech space, CEOs especially, create environments that are cutthroat, for example, Twitter, that don't motivate people through kindness and empathy, and instead they motivate people through fear. So the value of women's leadership is to inspire leaders moving into 2023 to embrace kindness and empathy and to connect people in ways that are human-centered, and that human-centered leadership will always be valued. And especially moving into 2023, this is what we need more of. life. So I wish you well. Let's continue this conversation. Thank you so much for engaging. Please follow along on our channel on LinkedIn and YouTube. Click that like button. And if you have not already yet, please participate in our giveaway. We have one seat in the Get Promoted in 2023 bootcamp launching January 17th, a 9-week bootcamp to help women in their movement to their next promotion or bonus. And I cannot wait to see you there and continue this conversation on women doing epic things. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.